Hey, that was fun, isn't it?
Hey.
How's everybody doing? We're here, and it is episode number, which one? 232. This is so hard to believe that
232. Wow, yeah.
We've been doing this a while, and it's a lot of fun. So, did you want to get into it?
It is. I'm happy to be here.
Yep, we're glad to be here. So let's get right into it. And what does this button do? It's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us geeks on tour. Want to remind you to click the bell, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, do all those things that you're supposed to do. We always start with a quick tip. Chris.
Well, I'm just starting right into our topic of capturing your screen. And the first little video here is about screen captures on Windows 11 using the snipping tool, and then to have a reason for it. We are going on a dive trip to the Maldives.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to start a photo album even before we go so that I can get the link and share it to friends, and then I don't think about it while we're on the trip. And as we add photos, everybody who has shared it will see the photos we add. But we have to start with something, so it's a screenshot. Here's the video. Hi, this is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and in this tutorial video, I'm going to talk about Windows 11, taking a screenshot and then using that screenshot as a photo in Google Photos. Let me show you how. We're going on a scuba diving trip to the Maldives, and most people don't even know where that is. So I want a screenshot of Google Maps showing where the Maldives are. In Windows 11, there's several ways, but I'm going to show you the snipping tool. I think it is the best way. First, I get the map positioned so that I can see what I want to see. There's the Maldives right there. Now I need the snipping tool. The easiest way to get it is to click on search and search for snip. And there is the snipping tool. There's a couple of different options. You can have rectangle, window, full screen. I like rectangle, and you can have a delay, but I don't need a delay to capture this map. Then you just click New. The screen goes a little bit shaded dark, and I highlight what I want. Now that piece of that screen capture shows up in the Snipping Tools editor, which is nice because since you still can't really see where the Maldives are, I can use this pen and draw an arrow to it. That's kind of an ugly arrow. I can undo and try it again. Now what? I see this screen capture on my screen, but I need to save it so that I can upload it to Google Photos. That is this little disk up here for save. And I'm just going to save it on my desktop, and I'll call it Maldives map. Now I go to Google Photos, and I've already started an album for the Maldives. I need to just go get this picture of the map and put it in there. Click Upload from computer, and on the PC desktop, here is Maldives map. I open it up, and it uploads to my Google Photos account, and I can add it to the album,
of the Maldives trip. So now there is the map in the album of our Maldives trip, which was a screenshot using the snipping tool in Windows 11.
Pretty cool.
Now, it's certainly not necessary to upload your screenshot to Google Photos, but if you've been following us for any length of time, you know that Google Photos is a specialty of ours. So I wanted to make sure you knew that screenshots can be in your Google Photos library.
Okay. All right. I'm Jim, and together with my wife, Chris, we're Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your Android tablet or your iPad and your phones? And how do you learn about these amazing devices?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads. So we wear these funny hats. We are geeks who teach, and we think the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis. So we came up with this live YouTube show that we deliver once or twice a month. We come up with a topic and go into a little bit of detail, and all of our content is then collected on our website at geeksontour.com.
Mm-hmm. All right. So where are we now, Chris?
We're home, but not for long.
Uh-oh. Where are we going?
We are going to the Maldives.
Yes.
This is a trip that has been planned for 2 years. It was planned for
Postponed
2020.
twice
It's been
already.
postponed twice, right?
Crazy.
Because of the pandemic. And now with a new surge, I'm still waiting on a little bit of pins and needles to make. I won't believe it until we're actually underwater in the Maldives.
I
but
think, yeah. But we have been
that's the
underwater
plan.
recently, too.
We have.
Yeah, let's show this.
We live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A great place to go diving and beach found in a parking spots. And the ocean is looking good. Let's go diving. Comes the good
Well, I do all the work.
I dragged my kayak down to the water.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And then we get in the water.
But he does do most of the work.
Yeah.
This is true. There were some beautiful corals that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, that's
I just wanted to give him a taste. And the link to this whole video, it's only 3 minutes, will be in our show notes.
Isn't she cute?
And I see Chuck Parker had a.
Oh, thank you, Michael. We appreciate that. Love the show. Learn so much every time, and we learn so much from you, too. Michael has a show called Tinkering with Tech. Whoa.
Yeah, the tinkeringwithtech.net. Check it out. He teaches stuff at a bit higher level than we do.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from him. So that's really cool. Thank you.
Chuck Parker asks if you can go scuba diving if you can't swim.
Yeah, you can, but it's probably a good idea to know how to swim.
It's probably not recommended, yeah. But you really don't have to swim. You just have to be comfortable in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't swim, you're probably not comfortable in the water. So
true that. So
Roger Wilson, hello.
Roger, good to see you, sir. Yeah, a bunch of them here. So doing a screenshot is very handy for capturing anything odd or strange in a pop-up, some kind of warning. Take a screenshot and share it with your tech support person.
Absolutely.
Great point. Thanks. Absolutely. Where are we? All right, Detlef. Good to see you, sir. Okay. So there's hello to our live viewers. Sheila, Donna, cool. Everybody's saying hi to one another. Trying to get that. Good stuff. And Pensacola. Use clipping tool. Use it daily in teaching.
Oh, teaching is such a major reason for taking screenshots. But talking to your support people is another one. I can't tell you how many times when somebody asks me a question, I say, "Can you send me a screenshot of that?"
And
so
yeah, and now you'll be able to. Hi, Bob, the Netherlands. Hi.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Vandenberg. I want to go to the Netherlands sometime. My maiden name is Van Valkenburg.
Yeah, you think you should be able to do something like
I
that?
think I should. Yeah.
And special thanks to our premium viewers. You make our work possible. And if you want to become a premium member of Geeks on Tour, you can do that at Join Now. Backstage Pass is one of the benefits of this membership. So yeah, if you want to get in there, it is a really good idea. We have an online Zoom after this with our premium members, and you can come in and we'll chat about things. We usually have a good group, and if you have any questions, you can ask them there. It is just
you could even share a screenshot and ask a question.
So that's the Backstage Pass. Okay, I think we're ready. Screenshots on all devices: Windows, Macs, iPhones, iPads, Androids, Chromebooks. Oh my!
The only one thing that's not in here is TV. Is there a way? I mean, we have these smart TVs now. I don't know how to.
There is.
Now, I have been known to just take my phone and snap a picture of the TV, and that works. But I wonder if some smart TVs have a screenshot capability.
Okay. So, what are screenshots for?
So why? Yeah, and I use the screenshot to deal with this. In the middle of the night, early in the morning, I'm thinking, we should start out talking about why do you use screenshots? So I did what anybody does. I Googled. I Googled for why use screenshots. And I came up with this quote that I really like. So I took a screenshot of it so that I would remember it later. That's another main reason for taking screenshots. So I just love this. Screenshots let you capture exactly what's you're seeing on your screen so that you can share it with others or reference it later. Taking, saving, and sharing screenshots can be extremely helpful. In fact, some insist that the screenshot is the most important thing on the internet.
The most important thing on the internet.
I'm not sure about that, but it is something that I use all the time, and I realize that we've never taught it. So here we go.
Okay. What can you do with a screenshot?
Well, once a screenshot is taken, it's just like a photo. It's either a JPEG or a PNG file, which are image files. So anything you can do with a photo, you can do with a screenshot. You can just save it along with all your other photos for future reference. You could even print it. You could share with friends via email, Facebook, Twitter. You can add it to a web page, a forum post, a blog post, or a photo album like in that original tip. This screenshot on this slide is one that I took when Hurricane Irma chased us out of Florida. You can see why it chased us out of Florida because it covered the entire state of Florida. The blue dot on that is our location. And how much better was this in my blog post about running away from the hurricane than a whole bunch of words? A picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture of a screenshot that shows what you're talking about is worth those same 1,000 words.
So where are they saved?
Where are they saved? Oh, well,
it depends.
It depends, really.
That's my answer to everything, right?
On iPhones, when you take a screenshot, they're just, I say they're a picture, like a picture that you take with a camera. So they're just saved right in with your camera roll. On Android, same thing. They're stored in with all your other pictures. A lot of Androids do have a separate screenshot folder, but they're still just part of your photos. On Windows, if you use the PrtScn key, by default, they're automatically stored in your OneDrive screenshots folder, but you can change that. And if you use the manual method, like was demonstrated in that first quick tip video, you can select wherever you want it to be put. Same thing on a Mac. They're automatically, if you just let it do its default automatic thing, they go to the desktop, right? You'll just see them appear on the desktop. But if you choose a manual way, you can select where they go. On a Chromebook, also by default, they're automatically saved in a downloads folder. But if you use the manual, you can change that in settings. Wherever they're saved, if you can find them, you can upload them to Google Photos. And so you'll know where they are.
Screenshot on a Mac.
He has a Mac.
I do.
I don't. We are a split household now between Mac and Windows. So I'll let him talk about the Mac.
Okay, well, on the Mac, you can screenshot and you have it's Command Shift 5. And I'm going to play a little video here because I don't know what to say about this. I want a quick capture of our Dive Club logo for an upcoming presentation. The Mac has a built-in screenshot facility. You activate it with a keystroke combination, Shift Command 5. That calls up a small panel on your display with screen capture options. There are 3 screenshot buttons that let you capture the entire screen, a selected window, or a selection of the screen. You also have 2 video recording buttons that let you record the entire screen or a selection. The X button closes the panel, or you can hit the escape key to get out. The Options button lets you choose where to save your screenshot. You can save to the desktop. That's the default. You can also save to your documents, the clipboard, send a mail, go to Messages, use Preview, or another location. And you can set a 5 or 10 second delay so you can get your shot set up. The Show Floating Thumbnail option puts a little preview thumbnail of your just captured screenshot in the lower right corner of your screen. For this, I just want the logo. I select a portion of the screen and select by dragging the cursor over and clicking on Capture. Editing needs to be done with another app. The Mac Photos app has all the basic editing options that most people need. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. And you can get more benefits by joining our premium membership at geeksontour.com. Thanks for watching. Okay.
Good comments, guys. We'll bring some of them up later, but lots of suggestions for good reasons for using screenshots.
Okay. iPhone, iPad.
Okay, here we're going to go live. So iPhones, older iPhones have that round home button at the bottom. They will have one method of taking a screenshot. Newer iPhones don't have that home button, so it'll be a different one. I only have the older kind, so I can only demonstrate the one with the home button. So what I'm going to do, first, you have to have something that you want to take a screenshot of, right? So I have an Apple Watch, and it tracks my activity. And let's say that I want to share my month's worth of activity with somebody. The easiest way would be to go into my fitness app and tap on the rings and then the month and show March. So I didn't do too bad in March. There's 1 week here even where I closed all my rings. So I can say, I'm kind of proud of my activity here. I want to take a screenshot of it. This phone does have the home button, the round button at the bottom. So that means you press the power, the side key, and on some iPhones or iPads, that'll be on the top. But the power button and the home button at the same time, and then let go. See, and it's tricky. It's tricky. I ended up getting Siri because I held down on that to it. That has to be at the same time, and now I turned it off. And so there is a way around this, and I'll be showing you in a second. Press them both and then let go. There. You see the flash. You now get the little miniature. And where has that photo gone? It's gone into Photos. But because I have Google, that's the Apple Photos. But Google Photos also sees it because that's the way it works. It's just at the top of Google Photos and it's at the bottom of Apple Photos. But does anybody else have as much trouble with that as I do? You're either turning it off or you're getting Siri. I have this method. Watch this, and then I'll show you how I set it up. But first, I want you to watch it. So I go back to that same screen, and I just tap 3 times on the back of the phone. 1, 2, 3. And it took a screenshot. And that method is so reliable. The only problem with that is every once in a while, I'm just mindlessly tapping my phone and I'll get a screenshot. But if you like that, let me show you how I set it up. It's in Settings and it's under Accessibility. Accessibility and Touch. At the bottom of Touch, it's back tap. And you can specify a double tap as well. I only specified a triple tap. And you can assign all sorts of stuff. If there's something else that you do all the time that you would rather have defined as a triple tap, that's fine. But I defined triple tap on the back of my phone to take a screenshot. And I love that.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's next? We did that. Whoops, too far. Android, Samsung.
All right. So, yeah, let's do a couple of the questions now. I see that Jolin says, I'm sure that the 3-tap method is only iPhone, right? And yes, that's true, that it is only iPhone. I will show you a special one on the Samsung. I don't know about other things. And Mike,
we have a place where we do questions, but if you want to do them now, we can do that.
I just saw that one.
All right.
Do I mess you up?
You do. I think you enjoy it too. All right. You can put questions up yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Screenshots are a great way to show who's on a Zoom call. That's for sure.
Oh, I love taking screenshots of Zoom calls. Yeah.
Rinsky's want to go diving. All right. Tool that sits in the system tray. Thanks. You're welcome. New Windows Ink workspace from Windows 10 also get moved. I don't know what that
Don't know.
is. Yeah.
Don't know that one. Have to talk to you later.
All right.
Oh, but yeah, Sheila said that her students actually take a photo of their phone screen or their computer screen and send her the photo, and it's so hard to read.
Impossible.
That's great.
Okay. How do I get screenshot into Google Photos instead of OneDrive?
Well, that was okay. I will make sure to talk about that.
Okay. And Windows has a snipping tool. That's true. just like other photos. Sheila wants the video of me explaining the screenshot on the Mac. It'll be a numbered video on YouTube.
And on our Geeks on Tour,
And
all
on
videos,
all
it will be a
videos.
numbered video soon.
It's not there yet. She made me do that yesterday. Samsung TV allowed screenshots. You have to have a USB to store it. Okay, so you stick that in the back of the TV, I guess. You'll still hit the still icon. There you go. Might get a blank screen on some channels.
Oh, ones that
okay.
are protected. Ah, interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So Android next. And here it's basically the same thing as the iPhone as far as the two buttons. Go back to the slide. Sorry. The two buttons you have to, if you have an Android with a physical home button, it's been a long time since I had one with a physical home button. That's pretty old. You would hold down the power and the home button. Most all Android phones I know work if you hold down the power and the down volume. Oh, and I don't think I did this. On the iPhone, the one that don't have a home button are the power and the up volume, just to be different, you know? So Android, power and down volume. But then there is the palm swipe gesture, and I'll show you that. So what am I going to show on my Android?
No idea.
How about, let's say somebody asks me, what books are you reading? Well, rather than trying to think of it, I'm just going to look on Kindle to see what books I'm reading. Tap on my library. I'm always reading more than one at a time. Here, I'm 34% through this one, 70% through that one, 20% through that one, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe I just want to send them a screenshot. On my phone, my power button and my volume button are on the same side. I hate that. It was a lot easier to take a screenshot with one hand when the power button and the volume buttons were on opposing sides. But it's the power button and the down volume. So I take two hands, power button, down volume, press them at the same time, and then let up. And did you notice how it blinked there a little bit? Gee, I did this one better than I did the iPhone, didn't I?
Yeah, you're very good at that.
But you can still have problems. You know, you can end up just turning the volume down or turning the phone off if you don't press them both at the same time. So that's the power and the down volume. Press them at the same time, then let go. You know, you don't even have to count to 10. Just press them at the same time, count to 1, and let go.
It works the same on my Pixel 4 XL.
Okay. But there's another way. On the Samsung, I don't know that any other Androids have this, and I'll show you how to set it up in a second. But on the Samsung, I can pretend like the edge of my hand is a scanner, and I can put it on the screen at the right and swipe over to the left. And did you see that blink? That took a screenshot. So where did they go? They went to the camera roll in the phone, which I can see in gallery, and it automatically puts them in a category called screenshots. Or in Google Photos, it sees the photos that are in the camera roll as well, and there are the two screenshots I just took looking at them in Google Photos. Now, how do I make that hand gesture work? Settings and advanced features, motions and gestures, and palm swipe to capture. That's what that is. And I'm not even all Samsungs have that. but most do, even though it might be called something else in the settings, but most do.
Okay.
Okay.
Chromebook.
Chromebook. Another way, a Chromebook is a lot more like the Windows or the Mac than it is the phone, but it's still slightly different, and we have a pre-recorded segment. I'm Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and I'm using a Chromebook today, and I have a weather map on the screen that I want to take a screenshot of. There's 2 ways to do it. Let me show you how. Keys that are important. This key right here is called the Show Windows key. If I just hold down the control and press that key, it will instantly take a shot of the whole screen. But I only want part of the screen. So to do that, I hold down on Control and Shift, then press the Show Windows key. That brings up this toolbar on the screen. So I have a choice of just taking a screenshot or a video. Notice what's on my screen right now does have movement. If I wanted to capture that movement, I would use video, but I don't. I just want to take a plain screenshot. And I don't want all the ads. This would take the full screen. This lets me choose. So how it's set is just what I want. All I have to do is drag a rectangle around the area that I want and then click Capture. Now let's say that you can't remember those key combinations. I know I have trouble with that. In the latest version of Chromebook, you can click in the lower right-hand corner and you get a bunch of tools. Now, if you don't see all the tools, it might be because it's collapsed. Click the little up arrow. And here is screen capture. So if you don't remember the keys, click in the lower right, click screen capture, and you're back to the same place where you can select a part of the screen and click capture. Now, where did that screen capture go? It was automatically set to go to the downloads folder. You can click on this settings button and you can save a different folder. You can select a different folder, but I'm fine with it being the downloads. How do you get to the downloads? Using your files and folders icon and downloads. And there is the screenshot I just took. I want it in my Google Photos. I go to Google Photos and upload from computer, and I'm in the My Files downloads, and there's the screenshot. And now that screenshot is in my Google Photos, and I can use it like any other photo. That's how to take a screenshot with a Chromebook.
Good job.
Okay.
And Windows, PrtScn Key.
Yeah, the quick tip at the very beginning of our show today showed you how to use the Windows snipping tool to take a screenshot. But if you just want a quick, just, there's something on my screen I want, you have a PrtScn Key up on your top row of keys. It might actually say print screen. It might say PrtScr. It might say print screen and have sysrq below it. Anybody know why it's called print screen rather than capture?
Yeah, it used to go to a printer, a line printer.
Way back when.
And you hit that button and you got a printout of whatever was on your screen.
Your printer, probably a dot matrix printer. Do people even know what dot matrix is anymore? Yeah. It would actually print your screen because there was just no facility for capture way back when. Okay, so it's just a one press. And John, you're saying about hold down the Windows key and press print screen. I don't do that. I just press the print screen key and it automatically captures the entire screen and sends it to OneDrive print screen folder. Now, somebody asked earlier, how can I get that to go to Google Photos rather than to OneDrive? Well, there's no way to make it just go to Google Photos, but you can tell if you have Google Drive for desktop installed on your computer, you can tell it to watch some folder on your computer and automatically upload whatever goes to that folder to Google Photos. So if you add the OneDrive print screen folder to your Google Drive upload settings, voila. Now it's in 2 places, but
So what?
that's not a bad thing.
Not always.
Okay. And then just one other thing. If you want the PrtScn Key to just be a shortcut to start the snipping tool, that's in your settings. In Windows settings, there is a setting to make the PrtScn Key open. There it is. Yeah. In settings, accessibility, keyboard, use the print screen button to open screen snipping. If you turn that on, now when you press the PrtScn Key, it will wait for you to outline the part of the screen you want, and then you can save it to whatever folder you want, maybe just a folder that is uploading to Google Photos. Okay, so that's more on Windows. We did Chromebook. Now, this is just, I can't talk about screen capture without talking about Snagit.
Okay.
Oh, but wait, just one last. On your Pixel phone, you have one other method. You can just swipe up.
Oh, right. On my Pixel phone, if I just swipe up from the bottom, well, I have to have something up here. Swipe up from the bottom. Here, you can do it. Put it under there. And let's see. Yeah, now just swipe up from the bottom.
Swipe up and then stop
Kinda
halfway,
hold.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
go to the multitasking.
Yeah, and I have a screenshot, which will do the whole screen, or I can do a selection of the screen, and that's kind of handy.
And it'll get whatever screen I was on before I started, or whatever
It'll get whatever screen that's there.
Okay, yeah, whatever of these that you're pointing to, like there's a map. Okay, cool.
It is.
I like that.
It's
I like
way
that.
cool.
It's real steady.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Those 2 buttons
It can.
are a pain.
Well, it takes some practice. That's so.
But meanwhile, if you are a teacher and you do a lot of screenshots, oh, you got to have Snagit. I remember when I first learned about Snagit and said, why would I pay money for a screen capture tool? I can just press the PrtScn Key. I can use the snipping tool. Why? Oh, but once you have the screen captured, the things that you can do with it, I can't live without Snagit for my teaching. And we just have a little sample.
Hi, this is
here.
Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and in this video I want to show you just some of the really useful things you can do with Snagit. You take the screenshot, but then there's so many ways that you can mark up, annotate, improve on the screenshot. Let me show you how. I wrote a recent article about setting up a world clock on your Google Calendar. It's in our Geeks on Tour. And I need this screenshot. And so notice that the actual calendar items are grayed out or blurred out. I've pointed over to the world clock, and it's kind of a square that fits in the article better than the wide screen. So let me show you how I did this. I use something called Snagit. It's installed on my computer, so this is a Windows computer, but it does have a Mac version. The easiest way to get to it is click search and type Snagit. And there it is right there. The first thing to do is take the screenshot, and that is the capture. And there's lots of settings in here. I'm not going to go over it all. I click capture, and then it asks me what I want to capture. Well, I want this full screen, or I could drag across what I want, because yeah, I don't really need the taskbar down at the bottom. Do I want to start a video recording? No, I just want to capture this image. Now it opens it up in the Snagit editor, and this is where the magic happens. First, I want to cut out some of the middle. Now, everybody knows that you can crop from the edges, but how do you get rid of stuff in the middle? I don't need any of this little calendar stuff, and I want it to be more of a square than a rectangle. What you do is cut out, and I can cut out horizontally. I want to cut out vertically, and I just drag across what I don't want. I don't need any of that middle. I want it to be recognizable as the calendar, but without all that stuff in the middle. Now I even want to blur out what's left. More and blur. And I just say, this is all the stuff in here that I want to blur. So if you have any important information that's not important to your teaching, that's how to do it. Now I want to highlight this area over here because that's what's called the world clock. I will click on shape, choose a red outline and draw a red outline around it. Now I want an arrow and some text. And I can move that around. And let's say for some reason I don't want this April 22. I don't want this to be dated. So I want to get rid of that. I can just select it and delete. I don't have to get out an eraser. So you can remove things from a screenshot using Snagit. Now I would save this wherever I wanted to or copy it and paste it into something. This screenshot shows what I want done.
And as I say, there is so much more. Snagit is an amazing piece of software. I love it. There is a lot to learn. Yeah, I'm using it for years, and I still feel like I could go to techsmith.com, there who makes it, and take their full set of classes on Snagit and learn a lot.
Oh, go figure. Roger's learning something. Doesn't take too long. Good deal. All right. Let's see. John says, yeah, phones are different no matter where you are. It's just crazy. So, yeah. Bill says that I found a setting on Karen's Samsung Note 9 to get captioning of the media. Cool. But she was late. Did you bring a note?
Did you bring a note? Yeah.
Michael says, on my Pixel phone, I swipe from the bottom right corner towards the middle and it just say, take a screenshot. It uses the assistant to do that. That's another one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Good point. Bill's on to the tractor feed printers. They were. Okay. Oh, so John says if print screen doesn't work by itself, try the Windows key and a combination.
And I wonder if that's a Windows 10 thing. I didn't try it on my Windows 10. I still have one machine with Windows 10 and one with Windows 11. On Windows 11, I just press the print screen key. Maybe you need the Windows in addition on the 10.
So Sheila's paying for Snagit, not using it. Come on.
Oh, Sheila, it is so worth some. Well, I don't know. It is one that brings the curse words out in me too. You know, there are things that are not intuitive, but it's worth it.
For the stuff it does. And it does video as well.
Yeah. If you just have to do a quick screen recording, a video, a tutorial video like we do, Snagit, quick and easy, and the editor's right there.
Michael doesn't like the iPhone with the buttons on different sides. He's trying to take a screenshot and he turns the phone off.
That's an interesting point. Okay, yeah.
That's funny. Okay. I guess we have to go on.
I think we're done. We have review questions. That's it.
Well, yeah, we went through the questions. There we go. It is time. Did you learn something? Most of all Android phones will take a screenshot if you hold these two buttons down simultaneously. Is it A, power and volume up, B, volume down and power, or C, side key and home?
Android.
And-
Power and volume down, B.
Yeah, and it works on almost any Android.
Almost any Android, even though they all might have other ways, that way works on pretty much
Right.
all of them.
And it takes some practice to get it right. To set up an iPhone, for triple tap on the back to take a screenshot, you go to settings and
Accessibility.
it's not real
It's
intuitive. But
accessibility is where, anyway, accessibility.
That's where it is.
That's where it is.
True or false? Whatever you can do with a photo, you can do with a screenshot.
True.
Because basically it is. A photo.
Including editing it. I mean, I figured, okay, on my iPad, I have enough screen area. Maybe I want to just screen capture a piece of it. Well, no problem. Screen capture the whole thing, and then it's in your photos and you can crop it. So
on Windows, the screen capture utility is called Clippy, Screen Grab, Snipping Tool, or De-Snippet.
Snipping tool. For a while, I mean, snipping tool has been around a long time. Then they came out with Snip and Sketch. And now they seem to have done away with that and put in all the capabilities back into snipping tool.
Okay. On Mac, you start the screen capture by holding down 3 keys: Command, Shift, and
5.
Now, in the old Macs,
Old days,
in the
yeah,
old
like a
days,
few months ago.
I forget which version of Mac. You could do Command Shift 3, Command Shift 4, and Command Shift 5, depending on what you wanted to capture. The whole screen, the window, or a piece of it. So, true or false? Snagit is free.
But wait a minute. Now, just finish that. Now, Command Shift 5
is the only thing, and it brings up that.
And it brings
panel.
up your choice. Yeah. Then you select your choices.
Watch that video. You'll learn a lot. Snagit is free. Screenshot markup tool.
It ain't free.
It ain't free.
I think at $63 is what I found. I think it's well worth it, but it's not free.
Yeah. Okay, I want to remind our premium members about the Backstage Pass. It's a Zoom meeting right after this show. If you're a premium member, you should have gotten an email with the link in it, but you could also go and make sure you're logged in at Geeks on Tour, and you can click the link there at the login page. Remind you to sign up for our free newsletters.
A couple more questions.
Did you get them? I'm not done.
Okay.
You want to put them up? Go ahead.
Oh, right.
You're so pushy.
I can do that. Huh? No.
You can't?
I can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you're in the wrong place. That's all.
Oh, I'm in. Okay.
You're
right. You're right.
All right. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. There you are. Okay.
The Windows 11 click print screen, where does it go? By default, although you can change it, by default, it goes to OneDrive /screenshots. Pretty logical, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep going.
Oh.
See how easy this is? All right. So somebody's listening and watching. Both computers are down for the day. Lucky you.
How do you do that?
Oh my, looks like fun. I always love getting a new computer and setting it up. So okay, Windows 11 click print screen, where does it go?
That's what I just did.
Right. You did it. Okay.
Can't get to work. Double back tap on iPhone. Well, you have to select something for double back tap to do. Yeah. Make sure that you've selected screenshot as the action for the double back tap to do, and then it should work. I have mine on triple back tap, but
yeah, it's not as confusing. So, Chris, what's the webpage that lists all of our YouTube shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube show. You will see the listing for all 232 there.
Okay. And webpage, what? Has all of our recent newsletters.
Geeksontour.com, and the menu item is blogs and news. You'll find newsletters under there. And we just sent one out a couple days ago. So
yeah,
new ones.
It doesn't always go out on the 1st, but this month it went out on the
April Fools. April Fools. Do not expect our newsletter on the 1st all the time.
So why do people pay nearly $60 a year to join Geeks on Tour, Chris?
Well, they get to ask us questions anytime on any topic using the website Q&A page. The Backstage Pass is where they can join us and continue the conversation after the shows, access to hundreds of tutorial videos and 7 ebooks to get the written notes. And some people become a paid member just to say thank you for all the stuff they've learned for free.
And we appreciate you all. To get there, if you want to join, go to geeksontour.com/join now. Okay, become a member. Backstage Pass. That's it for us this week. I'm Jen.
I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. But we will be out of touch for a little while.
We will be off grid.
We certainly hope that we will be in a different ocean than that. We'll get there. Okay, that's it for us. We'll see you next time.